again, y'all, with another quick video, man. They saying that Youngboy is free, and Famous Richard is saying that NBA Youngboy told on Little Dirk. That's why he's out of jail early. A lot of fans are thinking that NBA Youngboy was going to be going to jail for a long time. They wouldn't be able to hear his music. And I told y'all about situations like this with certain type of people. But y'all did not listen to me. NBA Youngboy is now free from jail, and Famous Richard is claiming allegedly that NBA Youngboy told on Lil Durk, and that's how he's out of jail today. So we're gonna take a look at it today, and we're gonna be reacting to some videos. And Marvin Sapp, I'm not sure if Marvin Sapp is considered a pastor in the Christian church, in the Christian faith, but Marvin Sapp was in church begging for a cash app. That just has a ring to it. Marvin Sapp begging for a cash app. We're going to talk about how the Christian church today has been basically bending over its congregation. It doesn't really care about the Bible. It doesn't really care about scriptures in the Bible. All they care about is money. So we're going to react to Marvin Sapp begging for a cash app and NBA Youngboy being accused of telling on Little Dirk.
Akademiks. Well, actually, let's talk about now. So NBA Youngboy got released yesterday. From what I've been told, he's not been fully released. He's actually it's like a halfway house, kind of a curfew situation, right? Like, I spoke to OG3. Specifically said, yes, Youngboy has been released from federal custody in terms of being in the prison system, but he is still under supervision, right? So for like the next 30 days or so, he has to check in, he has a curfew, and he has certain type of reporting procedures that kind of seems like a halfway house situation. But what he did confirm to me that is he's spending time with his family and loved ones. And obviously, when people get locked up, that's probably what they miss the most. He has a lot of kids and also obviously his wife. And he's doing that currently, right?
Man, they saying Brick Baby got
what was also
stabbed
told
up
to
in
me is
jail.
that, hey, listen, the tour is locked in. So that was like
People
a good little nugget for the Youngboy fans. They've been working on a very huge tour deal. I hear he's gonna go. If you've never seen Youngboy perform, and he hasn't performed literally almost for like 6 or 7 years at this point, you're gonna be able to see Youngboy come to your city, perform at a very large event or a large venue, and the tickets are gonna go like that. So whenever that gets fully announced, shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. And I've never really said this about an artist. I might have to go a few dates and just follow the tour just to get that experience. That would be a dope vlog, right? Just going city to city with YB. Shit. That's gonna be dope. Okay. Also, I'm interested to see how he's gonna treat the music at this point, because I do feel like with his incarceration, he usually drops music at a fast pace, but it gave people some time to be like, yo, we really love this guy. And like to the point where like people were kind of disappointed that he wasn't on Cardi's album. People fuck with Youngboy a lot. And I think this is a chance for him to
This is my thing. And I'm gonna wrap this up. But Kendrick, why the fuck was you on Playboy Cardi album? This nigga Kendrick playing.
Really go back up to the heights he was at probably like a few years ago. Okay, so I'm excited about it. I'm excited. But Youngboy is back,
rapping nigga, man.
Again, not all the way. Like usually when you go to prison for a while, they give you like a little halfway house situation, kind of get you rehabilitated to like regular shit, and apparently that's where he's at. So shout out to Youngboy. If I spoke to him yet, I have not spoken to him yet. I've spoken to everyone around him, and I would imagine probably in a few days.
Kendrick Lamar, that nigga ain't trying to do no real revolution shit, man. See, that nigga is a rap nigga, man. These niggas be rap niggas. Telling y'all, man, these niggas confused just like anybody else. All this little rap stupid shit, this shit don't mean nothing. Academics really wrapped up in this shit talking about something. I just want to go state to state with NBA Youngboy. That would be cool to go state to state with YB. Shut your bitch ass up. That man don't want to go no state to state with you, boy. That's why I say you want to go state to state with YB. He said that would be cool.
He'll reach out to me. When he was incarcerated, he did reach out to me at that point for me to drop the Tears of War song on my YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And you know, me and him, you know, again, when I went to Gravedigger Mountain, he said the dopest shit to me. He said, "Act, man, I don't fuck with a lot of these niggas." He said, "But when me and you weren't on the best of terms, and you criticized me, it hurt me and hurt my feelings because you've been covering me since I was 16, and I was a 16-year-old kid trying to make it. And when Akademiks talked about me, Akademiks acknowledged me, it meant the world to me. When you fucked with me, I knew I was going somewhere. So later on in my career, if me and you not on the same page, or you're saying stuff that's not good about me, I feel away. And I fuck with you. And yeah, you know, we had a good moment. So salute to my guy, and I'm happy he's back and shit.
And y'all wonder why Act telling the nigga asking a little ass boy. And y'all wonder why Academics asks a little boys, I'm not even gonna say what he said. I'm gonna let him say what he said in the video. I'm gonna play the video. Academics. Nigga, Academics a weirdo.
That's okay. We gotta keep my man out.
So they saying Famous Richard. What Famous Richard got to say? What Famous Richard done said now? Famous Richard better stop playing.
So he said, look, NBA Youngboy telling this is third time getting released from the feds within 4 years on all new charges on King David. You can't do 10 months off a 23-month sentence. What the fuck? My first offer was 5 years for a pipe. That's the police. That's the police put on. Wait, hold on. He said, police put me on, dude. Most definitely 12. He probably the reason Smirk locked up. He won't say that's a good.
See, look, bro.
Famous Richard reaching right now.
Look, bro. If we didn't watch what Famous Richard been posting,
Famous Richard said NBA Youngboy told DURK
too. And you know, he kind of like contemplating, like he's trying to figure out how NBA Youngboy got out of jail. So he got on IG. He said, Famous Richard said, he probably the reason DURK locked up. So yeah, let me see the whole quote of what Famous Richard had to say about Youngboy getting released. So he said, look, NBA Youngboy telling this is third time getting released from the feds within 4 years on all new charges on King David. You can't do 10 months off a 23-month sentence. What the fuck? My first offer was 5 years for a pipe. That's the police that's the police put on. Wait, hold on. He said, police put me on, dude. Most definitely 12. He probably the reason Smirk locked up. He won't say that's a good.
See, look, bro.
Famous Richard reaching right now.
Look, bro. If we didn't watch
what?
Famous Richard's in the feds too. And you know, he kind of like contemplating, like he's trying to figure out how NBA Youngboy got out of jail. So he got on IG and he said, Famous Richard said,
thank y'all for hitting the like button, man. Salute y'all for hitting the like button, man. For real, man. The like button go a long way. Put me in the algorithm. Salute y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
DURK locked up. So yeah, let me see the whole quote of what Famous Richard had to say about Youngboy getting released. So he said, look, NBA Youngboy telling this is third time getting released from the feds within 4 years on all new charges on King David. You can't do 10 months off a 23-month sentence. What the fuck? My first offer was 5 years for a pipe. That's the police that's the police put on. Wait, hold on. He said, police put me on, dude. Most definitely 12. He probably the reason Smirk locked up. He won't say that's a good.
See, look, bro.
Famous Richard reaching right now.
Look, bro. If we didn't watch what Famous Richard been posting, Famous Richard has a public attorney. No shit on. I ain't trying to shit on you, Richard. But nigga, you got a public defender as your federal attorney.
And your name is
Youngboy
Richard.
has a different kind of level of money, gang.
Yo, Shorty stupid. She said, and your name is Richard. Let me get off of Adam 22 platform because I don't even like that nigga. Man, that's crazy. Shorty said, and your name is Richard. And all you niggas that keep on talking about the 80s and the 70s and the 90s, here go y'all boy. Y'all be talking about, let me tell you something about the NBA the NBA debate. Bro, Kobe Bryant played in one of the best eras. LeBron James is playing in the best era ever right now, today. Y'all niggas be talking about Jordan. Yeah, Jordan, nigga, but Jordan was playing in the era that, like, basically was birthing the era that we see today. But y'all be talking about Jordan, bro. Jordan is like 80s and 70s. Name y'all 80s and 70s players, too. Y'all don't name y'all 80s and 70s players. Y'all just say Jordan, because Jordan was whooping their ass because them niggas was trash. Bro, what are y'all talking about? So here go y'all goat, Larry Bird. Let's see what he got to say.
Broken down NBA players talk about.
He said y'all old, broken, dirty NBA, old bitch ass, old trash ass niggas. Y'all trash. I'm just saying, man. It's just NBA talk, man. It just makes sense. This is what the Hall of Famer saying himself about his own era. He said they old.
You see these old broken down NBA players talk about their era and how great they were back then, and the players today are not as good as they were back then. That's crazy, man. I mean, obviously you haven't seen LeBron James the last 17, 18 years. You didn't see Klay Thompson score 37 points in one quarter, or you didn't see Klay Thompson, like I did, score 60 points in 32 minutes. Or obviously you don't see...
the goddamn coach and the GM and the Larry Bird is the GM and the owner. He telling y'all haven't seen LeBron James. Y'all haven't seen Klay Thompson 37 points in a quarter. You never seen James Harden dunking on nobody all these damn points. He telling y'all himself. And y'all still saying, nah, see, the old era, it was better. And we'll just knock Steph Curry out. No, bro. No. No. Y'all would not just knock Steph Curry out. Because Steph Curry will probably be on the team like the Bulls with somebody like Dennis Rodman or somebody, or he'll probably be on the team with somebody that'll knock one of y'all bitch ass niggas out. So it's just like, y'all not about to just run over. I don't understand how y'all keep saying that, bro. Oh, man, Steph Curry wouldn't do this because we'll just knock him out. All right, Kobe. Oh, man, Kobe, he's just another Jordan. He wasn't nothing special. All right, LeBron. Man, LeBron. Y'all be stuck for a second because y'all know what time it is. I don't even bring up none of these other people. I got people I got James Harden, I got AD, I got all these other people, bro, that we could bring up and just walk down the line. De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan. We could just keep on going. Like, really, I'm talking about 2010s era, bro. Kobe Bryant, Darren Williams, Steve Nash. We could just keep on going. Our era is just better. The basketball is better. That's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem. But we got into a sports section kind of real quick. I wanted to wait for the sports section to be a little bit later. But let's go to this video here I wanted y'all to see. I wanted y'all to see this video here, man. Of Pastor Marvin Sapp. I don't know if he's a pastor. I really don't care. I just want to show y'all how goofy the Christian church is. The Christian church don't got nothing to do with God. Y'all want to see what the Christian church got something to do with? Christian church ain't got nothing to do with God. That's why half of the black community, probably more, is atheists right now. Because of the Christian motherfucking church. Not teaching nobody nothing. Just asking and begging for money like some hoes. It's annoying, man. It's ass, bro. Like, come on, bro. This is why the black community is how it is. We don't even know what's going to happen in the afterlife. People chasing, throwing rocks at the afterlife. Forget the penitentiary. Just because you go into the penitentiary, that don't mean you guarantee life. A lot of y'all dudes, bro, y'all little ass dudes, bro, y'all niggas go to the penitentiary. Y'all be bitches, man. Just keep it a stack, bro. Don't nobody want to go sit up there in penitentiary with a whole bunch of dudes. You want to know why it's like that? Because niggas don't got no belief system, bro. Niggas don't believe that they something. Niggas believe that they anything. Fucking goofy, man. And this black church all across America, they act just like this right here, man. They're not teaching our youth nothing. That's really captivating towards them. You're not telling them that Christ was black. Because he was. And his mom was black. Mary. Come on, man. This Marvin Sapp right here. He saw the best in me. Up here crying for a cat.
At IHG Hotels and Resorts.
Y'all not really telling the kids the truth because y'all don't know the truth. You learned your truth. From the oppressor. So
that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors.
He said close
Ushers,
them doors.
close the
Hold
doors.
on. He said close them doors. What you said, Pastor? Pastor said y'all kidnapped right now. He said close them doors. Y'all heard him. He said close them doors. I am kidnapping these folks.
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors.
Y'all hear me saying that, bro? It's from this video, bro. Close them doors. I said close them doors.
Involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors.
Close them.
Close the doors.
Yeah.
Close the doors.
I needs that.
We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
Yeah, y'all ain't going nowhere. Let me get a little song.
There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online.
Ooh,
this everybody. Is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Yeah.
I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed.
Broke ass.
I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20.
This is why we need reparations.
When my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive,
I wonder why the community. Hold on, man. Close them doors. Close them doors real quick, Marvin. And y'all wonder why the black community is only corner store, liquor store, Family Dollar, and a church, another church, corner store, liquor store, and a Family Dollar, and another church within a church. Bro, all they doing is begging for money. This is why the black community need reparations. This is the oldest trick in the book. Get up there, we got God in the organ. Begging for money. I'll close them doors. Everybody send me it. Now it's a cash app. They already know. They said, man, all y'all online, all y'all that's in the church, everybody just send a cash app. It's easy. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just about to go to the restaurant and feed y'all family these high-ass prices, inflation. I know y'all going through it. I don't give a fuck. Send some money to the church that you'll never see again, that you ain't gonna learn. These motherfuckers going to church every Sunday. They're not learning no motherfucking thing. They ain't learning shit. Let me calm down, y'all. These people going to church every Sunday. They're not learning nothing. But they giving this pastor $20. Everybody giving $20. He got 1,000 people. They all giving him $20. They all giving him $20. They all giving him $20. Do the math. He just barricaded these people in. But since y'all think he a nice person, he got a good song, he can sing good. Everyone around is always in the right. And you're like, oh man, that's Marvin Sapp. He not pimping me. He just want to see the best of me. Here, Marvin, give $20. And my granny, give him $20. Auntie, give him 20. Everybody give him 20. Sis, give him 20. It's goofiness in the black community. Fair usage, fair usage.
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
God. What you closing the door
all gonna
for?
Leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
What you closing the door for? What that got to do with
There's
God?
1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I just think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more.
He buttering him up. His late wife. That's all the Christian church is serenade. They just trying to butter you up so you can send some money. What that got to do with anything? Why you close the doors, man? Why can't people leave? You got people at the church over. Church service over. Y'all ain't do shit but scream and yell. Y'all ain't read no life changing verses. You ain't explain Deuteronomy chapter 28 and explain it to how that got everything to do with Black Americans' life today. You didn't do anything. You didn't do no activism. You didn't do anything. You didn't talk about reparations. You didn't talk about nothing. All you gotta do or did was ask for money for yourself for what cause. You didn't name the cause or nothing. You started talking about your late wife. And you said close the doors. And you said it costs money to be up here. You didn't say you didn't give them no type of tools or how they could make more money or nothing in the real world. It's just fantasy world. See, Black people who are not advanced in cognitive thinking need something like this every Sunday to make them feel like they're doing something performative or seeing something performative and having God is not a fantasy. God is very much real. This is why I say Christians are atheists. They don't actually believe in the miracles of the Most High. They don't actually believe in the miracles of the Most High. I'm telling you that the Lord really does miracles despite church and all of that other shit. Because I know in the Bible, like Christ said, the church will be falling again, it'll be dust again. Christ said the church will be dirt and gravel again. It'll be nothing. It'll be destroyed. It means nothing. Church is within. Church is anywhere you go, you can start having church and praising the Most High. That's up to you. You can have church every day, 24/7, 7 days a week, if you really want to. But why do you choose one day? Because they told you to do that day. And then you made it a ritual. That's not even the day that they asked you to. But it don't matter. God forgives you, right? But you still not going to teach the truth. You still not going to teach the truth. You just going to beg for money, right? Then when you get the money, what do y'all do with the money? Y'all just build a bigger building, a bigger facility. Y'all don't actually do nothing for the people of the congregation. The people of the congregation doing for y'all. What I'm trying to tell y'all is these people is swindling y'all. That's swindling. That's scamming, bro. Y'all telling these people, yo, we about to go get this building, and y'all paying the building off, but y'all putting the rest in your pocket. And y'all playing with the percentages and the portions of the money that y'all getting. So it's just like you are scamming. And it has to stop because it's rampant in all these Black communities. I'm not saying God isn't real and all. See, when you start talking about the church, Black people think, oh my God, he said God isn't real. I very much so believe in the Most High. This has nothing to do with the Most High. This is scamming. This is scamming. Just because you go to a building on Sunday, and this is, they need it though. The crazy thing is the aunties in the Black community and these women in the Black community, they need this because it's something that they do to get out the house and stuff like that. You could do that, and it does not have to cost you every Sunday. It doesn't have to cost you any money every Sunday that you never get a return on. You know how many Black people have paid money towards the church? You might say, oh no, they got a place to praise the Lord and all of this, and you don't understand. And you just, man, no. No, let's start teaching our people trades for real. Let's start teaching our people how to invest their money for real. You know what I'm saying? Auntie better off going to the casino and hitting the roulette or something like that, or playing blackjack or something like that, than fucking with y'all on Sunday. Because all y'all gonna do is take her money. Even if it was, oh, it's just $10. No, it adds up. He just said that's all gonna add up. Like he just said, do the math. He got 1,000 people online. He got 1,000 people in the seats. If they all give him $20, and they just did, he said they just watched. Listen, they just did a collection plate. But these people greedy, man. These people don't care. You have yet to see these people actually help anybody or teach anybody anything. The future is people learning saws to learn how to get passive income. These churches don't do that. These churches are late, y'all. These churches not. I've yet to see a church sit down and teach people about how to make passive income. I've yet to see it. People don't like that type of information or they run from that. Church for them is just supposed to be a fantasy land. That's why I'm saying this. They are atheists. Without works, faith is dead. They're not actually doing work in the church. They just praising a person. See what I'm saying?
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Moses said, let my people go.
We all gonna leave together?
No, sir.
Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant.
So what?
There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000.
See how he just made fun of their weight, made fun of these, like, this is how these people psychologically be breaking these people down. You ain't going nowhere but to the restaurant, fat motherfuckers. You could give me some money too. That's how they really, this how he really feel. They must ain't good enough in the collection plate that day.
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together? Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife, Melinda P. Sapp, was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine.
He's yet to tell him what the money for. I'm telling y'all, the Christian church
can't do that no more.
Demonic.
Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you.
He said it costs to sit up there. They in the
put
club.
Your 20 away, preachers.
Hold on. They ain't nowhere but in the club. Because they get up there, they tell their church, oh, we going down there with Marvin, Sapp, This ain't nothing but a concert, a performance to these people. I told y'all it's performative. It costs to sit up here. This like the VIP section, nigga. Y'all got y'all own church that y'all be pimping out. We going to the big church, so we gonna make some more money. If we gonna go to the big church, we gonna make a lot of money because we gotta put more money in to be at the big church. So it gotta be a big concert. It's all fucking fake. Tired of black people. Y'all make me fucking sick.
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close.
Nothing to talk about. We having a big following.
Y'all
barricading these motherfuckers in, and they happy to get barricaded.
There's 1,000 of you tonight, those that are watching. It's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Exactly. And you know who don't care about this? The people that's renting the builders out to them and giving these people these properties and stuff like that and making them sign, because it's a clause that you can sign for a Christian church to make sure that you're not teaching, you're actually teaching these people anything or reading Deuteronomy chapter 28 and certain and like Revelations and stuff like that. They make sure that it doesn't happen. So, and they also get in the taxes. The white man, yes. I know, oh, don't talk about the white man. He doesn't have to take accountability for anything or do anything. Shut the fuck up, bitch ass motherfucker. So look, right? Marvin Sapp, he over here getting money from these people, right? And he's just, all he's doing is embezzling money like his white daddy, right? He's your Democrats, okay?
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Just
We all
barricade
gonna
them
leave
in
together.
there. Close the door.
Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online.
I roll up, man.
This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight.
Ooh, that's
I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed.
Ain't even reading the damn
I think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife, Melinda P. Sapp, was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking at her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here.
It is like 50 of them up there. Oh my God, bro. It's like 50 of them up there. It's like 50. You know what these motherfuckers do? After this, they do all this begging. They be like, man, how much you give? How much you give? And some of them be both. So I gave $100 to the church. I gave $200 to the church. Oh, yeah.
Us with me to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you.
Fake.
So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you.
This VIP.
And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm going to have y'all come to the altar and get it because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship.
Then he go pull up somebody like he's not getting it right back. Like he not getting like soon as he get off stage, they're not paying for him. They already just paying him. Shit like this is sick, man.
1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20.
When there's people in their family, there's people in their family that could really use that money and really need help. They at church giving to the church. Oh, here you go, pastor. Here you go, pastor. Here you go, pastor. Every Sunday, it's an epidemic in the black community. It's an epidemic in the black community. It really, really is. Just like they said. And it's weird. I always forget this movie's name, but the movie name is They Clone Tyrone. I don't know why I always forget the title. It's weird. That helped me out, man. I'm trying to get 100 likes, man. That I'm doing a giveaway. Or you could possibly win the giveaway. It'll be pretty easy. It's probably not gonna be nobody in the damn thing but Divine and Jason. They gonna have the most tickets. I'm already knowing. So all you gotta do is just hit the like, say which like you is. If you the second like, say I'm the second like. If you the third like, say I'm the third like. Once I get to 100 likes, I'm doing the giveaway. I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in. We'll go to the next video right here that we're going to be talking about. They saying LeBron James and Stephen A are going at it right now. It's getting crazy. LeBron James and Stephen A arguing. Stephen A says he doesn't care once LeBron James retire. He's not going to talk about him.
Taking over WhatsApp, over Instagram. They might as well do Instagram. You would think
does
that
Elon Musk and Doge
United
have
States
too much
government
power? They got as much power as anybody else in them positions, in them seats. Is they gonna do the right thing? Is the question. Is Trump and Elon gonna do the right thing? How y'all doing today, man? Top of the top, top of the top. I think I got straight into that, man. I got straight into this live. Top of the top, man. How y'all doing, man? Y'all commenting, y'all comment, like, subscribe, and comment. What y'all doing today, man? It's opening day, MLB opening day. Who want to make some money? Who want to build a parlay? I'm going to probably build one anyway. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Let's see what LeBron James had to say about 70s and 80s basketball, because they don't like to claim their generation. See, 70s people that watch the 70s and 80s basketball, they don't even like to claim it. They don't even talk about it. They straight Jordan. 72 and 10 Bulls. 73 and 10 Bulls. Or was it 72 and 10 Bulls? I appreciate y'all, man. We doing our sports section now, but if y'all got any questions about that NBA Youngboy shit, man, Famous Richard said NBA Youngboy told on DURK. Ain't nobody told on DURK, man. DURK told on DURK.
The man loves you too.
It's deeper than even talking. When the feds watching you, you don't even gotta say nothing. They're watching you digitally. And a lot of niggas don't even understand that because a lot of niggas dumb. So a lot of niggas get in situations that they never even wanted for their life, and it's too late to recognize that because they either passing on to the afterlife or they already got life. You got life for the rest of your life. Imagine that. It's crazy. I know it's crazy, but niggas don't think like that. People in general, when I say niggas, I mean people in general, because it's not just black people that be going through situations like this. It's not nothing cool, bro. None of that shit, bro. That shit lame. Jail is lame. Prison, jail, whatever, feds, whatever you want to call it, is lame. Niggas know it's lame too. And if it wasn't so lame, why is all these niggas telling on each other? Exactly. Y'all put your hands into these white people's hands. Y'all put your life into these white people's hands and see what happens. If y'all want to. These motherfuckers ain't gonna do nothing but overrule your life. You want a motherfucker ruling over your life like a goddamn Roman. And you a slave looking crazy. Nah, bro. That's how they treat you, bro. Shit ain't nothing cool. Yeah, man. Brown said Giannis averaged 250 points. And I'm glad he said that, bro, because, yeah, niggas be fronting, bro.
From Pittsburgh, so we didn't have an NBA team. So I was more an NHL guy, but I would watch the Lake Show at night because I couldn't sleep. So I did know the NBA, but not like, I didn't follow it as closely. When I watched The Last Dance, I was watching a lot of highlights. And I was watching people dribble a ball like this. And I was like, I don't know how that works in modern basketball.
Bro, the way that they used to dribble the ball back then, a nigga won't even get in the game. He wouldn't even be able to get in the game if they didn't see him dribbling like that.
And then there was an era where people were starting to get like nasty or some more.
You had Pistol Pete Maravich, he started coming in and started, getting a little bit of that. But then the ball was hitting off guys' heads and stuff, so they looking at him like, what are you doing? Like,
never see those lowlights though. Only see the highlights. Highlights are the only bangers survive. Then obviously Jordan comes in and transforms everything. Him dunking from the foul line, massive ordeal. Made a whole fucking brand off it. He's flying. Now kids are like dunking from the 3-point line in high school. It's like it's just like the game has evolved so much. I think. But there is like a nostalgia component that it takes place with you guys this modern era. Do you feel that? How do you address that?
No. I definitely feel it, and I think we just have to recognize that evolution is just a part of life, man. Like, shit, you look at the Hummer from the 1970s to the Hummer of today. It's like, you're going to be like, okay, you might be nostalgic about it, you loved it in the 70s, but do you really want to drive that every day right now in 2025? You're going to get out the car and your goddamn neck and your back is going to be hurting so bad. Like, seriously, you're going to be hurting so bad. You're going to be like, okay, you know what? This might be just a Sunday chill car. Like, I drive it up the street, get some ice cream, come back home, but I can't.
Refill it because it gets 2 miles.
Yeah, exactly. I got to just start it up, let it just crank the gas for about 2 hours just to make sure it's still running. But, like, we have to understand that.
Salute to the Pat McAfee show, man. Fair usage, fair usage.
You watch some of the NFL games as well from the 70s and the 80s, and you got like, Jack Lambert and those guys coming through like completely decapitating people. Murder. Ronnie Lott tore his pinky off and then went to the sideline, was like, just tear the rest of it off. I'm getting back out.
Yo, they really cut his finger off so he could play football. That's crazy.
Like the game is different, and we should respect all eras in that era. We can't be saying, okay, just because Wilt was great in the 60s and 70s that he'll be great now. And we also can't say that some of the guys now will be great. It is what it is. Respect that era and we move on. But the whole, every single day that he's better, he's not better, you trying to tell me Giannis wouldn't be able to play an NBA game in the 70s?
He wouldn't be able to do it.
Neither would you.
Giannis Antetokounmpo would have 250 points in a game in the 70s. 250.
Is that Cousy? When was Cousy playing? Dude, Cousy's locking up fucking Giannis, brother.
And it's no disrespect. Like, it's no disrespect. But, like, seriously, like, Kyrie Irving.
Like, they would have called him a witch. They would have called him a witch.
No, they would have told Kyrie, you're not. You know how they used to tell Lou Alcindor at the time that he couldn't dunk in high school games?
Bro, they used to
would have
tell
told
him
Kyrie,
that, bro.
You're not allowed to dribble anymore. That's what they would have told him. Dribbling is out ruled. They would have seen that.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'9".
And how heavy are you?
I'm give or take in between 215 to 280. I don't know. Depends on the day. Okay. Depends on if you give me my cookies or not.
Pat Riley's like, we're tipping too close to 280. LeBron, the Beatles are becoming a heavyweight battle.
Yeah.
So 6'9".
Yeah.
Let's say you're you look very thin right now.
Yeah, I feel good.
So 215, 6'9", 220. Could easily get to 260 though. I think I could play in a lot of different areas.
Yeah, come on. I can play.
Just like
I would be able to play in any area. It's funny you hear some of them older guys like LeBron James couldn't play in this era.
Never been fouled by Bill Laimbeer before.
Yeah. I think I seen like Dennis Rodman say that one time. It was like,
LeBron
James not skilled enough. Not big enough. He's not. Nah, doesn't weigh enough. He's not strong enough.
Can't handle it.
Nah, I'm like, okay.
Okay, let's talk about you flopping all over the place. Yeah. That's why people get mad.
Yeah, I know.
Now, why do you do that? Patrick Mahomes does the same thing. He's the greatest of all time. For us, in the conversation of the greatest of all time, the rules indicate that if you're to hit him, he gets 15.
No doubt.
Is that the same thing for you?
I wish. Because I am like literally over like the last 5-6 years why everybody's been claiming I flop all the time. I'm like in the bottom half of free throw attempts per game.
Oh, they won't give you the whistle.
You don't get the whistle.
No.
The superstar treatment?
You know the funny thing is, I have a lot of teammates that be like, they come to the Lakers, and they be like, man, when I used to play against you, I just think you got every goddamn call, and I hated it. And now that I'm your teammate, it's like, oh my goodness, you don't get any calls. I'm like, hey, don't worry about it. Just keep playing.
No, wait till you see me in the third quarter. I got to go flop.
Point guard. LeBron, you ain't no point guard? Even though you could play like a point guard, nigga, you like 6'10", 225 pounds, nigga. Them niggas, of course, when you driving against a fucking guard, they gonna foul you, and they really not gonna call it because it's like they can't really see it. You know what I'm saying? That's why you be flopping like that. But LeBron, if you just go up strong every time, ain't nobody stop you. Then they gonna be able to see the foul because you're going up strong. It's like, oh, he going up, then they gonna have to grab you like that one time, like how they was doing Giannis, how Amen did Giannis. Amen had to grab him like that because Giannis was going up so strong, he already had the bucket. And A-Man was probably mad that he's scoring again. He was like, God damn, all you can do is just grab him by his fucking neck. So it's just like, just gotta go up strong every time, bro. You 6'10". Just go up, nigga. If I was 6'10", I'll just go up strong, nigga. They would have thought I was playing like Shaq, nigga. I'll go out. When you go back outside, you can still do that outside shit, my nigga. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, bro, the Lakers gonna win the championship. If Bron play like how you been playing right now, and just take it up another notch during the playoffs, and Luka, bro, we got the real big three, bro. I ain't even gonna listen. Sometimes you ain't gotta spill the sauce. You just gotta let the sauce be the sauce. Sometimes you can't let the sauce spill the sauce. Just let the sauce be the sauce. You ain't gotta spill it. Just let the sauce be the sauce. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Lakers Nation, man. Let's see MLB picks today. It's opening day. Yes, we is betting on opening day because we're not scary like you niggas. Yep, opening day.
MLB slate to dive into in today's video, like we always do. I'm going to dive into each and every one of these games. I'm going to give you my prediction on the side. I'll give you my prediction on the total. We'll talk about any other. Missed it, but just in the same boat where they kind of struggled on the road, but very, very good at home. We have two decent bullpens, at least from a year ago. Obviously, things change.
Milwaukee versus New York Yankees. Milwaukee at New York Yankees. Yankees the favorite.
But this is a spot in which it came down to the fastball for me in a sense. And obviously we do have moving pieces, like I've mentioned, but just a year ago, and both these guys throw a ton of fastballs. Peralta, 54% a year ago. I don't expect that to change all that much. And Rodon, just under 40. I want to say it was just under 50%, actually. Don't expect that to change all that much. Milwaukee, not exactly the best fastball hitting team. We talked about that a ton last year. Also, not the best team against left-handed pitchers, which is where Rodon's thrown from. But on the flip side, the Yankees against the slider and the fastball, which are the two main pitches that Peralta's going to throw. He'll mix in the changeup as well as pitch number 3. But the Yankees, second against the fastball in terms of runs above average last year, 4th against the slider. They're obviously returning a lot of guys, and they added Bellinger. I know they lose. Soto is a big deal, and I get that. But I do think this lineup is still very, very good. So I'm going to lean towards the Yankees here. I've seen a minus 144 out there. If it gets any better than that, I think we're lucky to see it. I would still have liked this at minus 150 and whatnot, just due to the fact that I think there is a decent.
The total is 8 for anybody that cares. The total is 8. It's the first game. They gotta get warmed up. Who comes? They gonna come out the first game going crazy? It's gonna be cold.
Look at the Yankees. Peralta, not all that great on the road. Rodon, very good on the road. Yankees, very good at hitting right-handed pitchers. Peralta, a righty. Milwaukee, not very good at hitting lefties. Rodon's a lefty. Fastball's what we just talked about. Like, everything kind of points to a Yankees spot here. But, like I said, grain of salt in mind because it is a new season. Give me the Yankees on the money line. Team total over Yankees is also something that I would consider. I don't know how much I trust this Milwaukee, just their lineup in general, I should say. And especially throwing the fact that, Rodon was pretty nails at home last year. Worries me a little bit. So right now you can get over 3.5. That might be a good look there to be able to go out there and get a few runs. I think they hit Peralta well. The bullpen for Milwaukee, very good a year ago. So hopefully they can kind of make their way through that. And asking for 4 runs from a Yankees lineup doesn't seem like it's all that crazy, right? In terms of a player prop, and like I said, we're probably going to be very light on player props to start the season. Eflin, this is an interesting spot to kind of...
Baltimore Orioles at Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays favored by a little bit. Negative 105. Total's 8.5. Vegas think it's going to be a big scoring one.
And dig into because a couple things are true in this case. So
Eflin obviously came over to the Baltimore Orioles last year. He didn't exactly have the best of, road starts, but some of this data is going to be a little cloudy because it wasn't a full season with Baltimore, right? So that is obviously worth considering and keeping in mind. On the other side, Jose Barrios, I would trust a little bit more at home, which they are at home.
Ron, you watch some spring games?
Having insurance isn't the same.
One of y'all watch some spring games. I can't be the only one that didn't watch no spring games.
Ron from Pick Dogs, and welcome back to the Major League Baseball edition of Ron's Rundown. We're going to go over every single baseball game every day in the regular season and postseason, starting right here on opening day, March 27th, 2025. This is episode 1 of season number 4. I can't believe it's been 4 seasons of Ron's Rundown. I thank all of you for your support over the years, and thank you for coming back and watching the Rundown.
Salute to Ron from Pick Dogs. Free Pick Dogs. Free picks. Free picks. Pick Dogs.
In the comments section below. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games I love the most in baseball and other sports, you can find those in the premium picks tab at pickdogs.com. I've got my Major League Baseball All Access Season Pass up on the website right now. Last year, we crushed the books with our premium selections in Major League Baseball. That package is going to get you every money line, total, player prop I release in Major League Baseball in the regular season and postseason. So check it out at Pick Dogs Premium. There's also a link in the description. Alrighty, here we go. It's opening day. We've got 14 games on the board. Let's start it strong. Here are the games for Thursday in Major League Baseball. First up, the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Yankees. They will be the first game of the 2025 season. 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Freddie Peralta and Carlos Rodon are the projected starters. And the Yankees are a pretty sizable favorite in this game, even though their expectations for Yankee fans and outside pundits alike are not as high as they were going into last year. Juan Soto going to the Mets is a big part of that, but also Garrett Cole being out for the season with Tommy John surgery and Luis Gil being out for what looks like a couple of months. Not a great start to the Yankees season, but Carlos Rodon, even though he's not been a great starter 2 seasons in recent years, and he had a mixed results spring training, can't deny the Yankees have been great on opening day recently. They're 6-1 in the last 7 opening days, and they're playing at Yankee Stadium. I like their chances to pick up the win. I don't love the price, obviously, at right around -150, -155. And Freddie Peralta, he put together a decent spring himself, but you look at his last game of spring training, he got crushed. I mean, you look at that outing, 3 1/3 innings of 2 home run, 10 earned run baseball, with 4 walks to go with it. Yes, the Yankees lineup is not going to be the same without Juan Soto, but picking up guys like Bellinger and Paul Goldschmidt still help out what is one of the best lineups in the American League with Aaron Judge in the heart of it. So I think the Yankees are going to be fine this season. A lot of people are saying they might miss the playoffs. I'm not sure I'd go that far. I think it's going to be a tough division. It's a very, very loaded division, but I think the Yankees start the season off with a win. I think they have the better bullpen. The starting pitching matchup's kind of even, in my opinion, and the much stronger lineup, especially towards the back end. So I'm going to go with the Yankees on the money line at Yankee Stadium. Next up, it's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. We have Jose Barrios and Zach Eflin on the mound in this game. Jose Barrios has been the opening day starter for the Blue Jays the last couple of years. In 2023, he got crushed against KC, but last year against Tampa Bay on opening day, a win and a quality start. In fact, the Blue Jays went 5-0 in Barrios' first 5 starts, so he was a fast starter last year. I mean, the month of April, he went 37 2/3 with a 1.19 ERA. He pitched pretty well in spring training this season. Really nothing for me to believe he's not going to have a decent outing in this one. He did a good job last year keeping the ball on the ground, limiting the home run ball. He only gave up 2 home runs and about 20 innings of work in spring training. It's exactly where he wants to be. The control was good enough, and his last outing of the spring against a tough Phillies lineup, 5 1/3, 1 run, 5 strikeouts. So I think Barrios pitches pretty well. I mean, the Orioles lineup is very top heavy in my opinion, especially with Anthony Santander out of the lineup now this year. I think that Baltimore takes a step back a little bit this season, at least in the regular season. I mentioned in my season win total video, I like them under their win total right now. I think it's 87.5
I actually got it at 90 and a half a little bit ago. But when you look at Zach Eflin, I think he's a great option in a rotation, but not necessarily a number one for most teams. And spring training, he pitched pretty well, but then did have his moments where he struggled with the base runners. At an outing against Philadelphia, where he went 4 innings, 5 total runs, 6 base hits. So I do think the Blue Jays can get to him. I think this is an improved Blue Jays lineup and overall an improved Blue Jays team. I like their chances for the win in this game at a decent price. Right now, basically a pick-em price with the home team. Give me Toronto in this one on the money line. Next up, we'll go to the National League East as Zach Wheeler and the Philadelphia Phillies take on Mackenzie Gore.
Man, he just said all of that to prove to himself that Toronto gonna win tonight, y'all. Man, they said the total was 8.5, right? Baltimore versus Toronto Blue Jays.
And the Washington Nationals. Now, with Wheeler on the mound and the fact that Gore has really struggled against the Phillies in his career, the Phillies are a big favorite in this game. But I will say, Gore did face the Phillies in his final regular season start in 2024, and actually had one of his best starts of the season, certainly one of his best starts against Philadelphia. Maybe he finally cracked the code with the Phillies and he can improve on those numbers, and build on that last start into 2025. And, he pitched really, really well in spring training. So I do think Gore is going to be a good option in this Nationals rotation. And overall, I think Washington is going to be, last year we mentioned that they were a profitable team. I think that's going to be the case this year as well. I don't expect them to have a winning record or make the playoffs, but I do think they'll be pretty, strong in the underdog role, getting plus money prices like this. And they're going to be a team we can back, certain spots. I think this is going to be one of them, at least in the first 5 innings. I think the Nationals have a chance to win this game overall, but that bullpen is still pretty, not so great. I would say the Phillies have a big advantage with their bullpen. So I'm going to take the Nationals in the first 5. I'll sprinkle a little bit on the full game as well, but I think Washington competes in this one. Zach Wheeler didn't have his best spring. It wasn't his worst either, but I think the Nationals can find a few runs on him. This is a really talented, underrated.
Bro, what? Ron. My boy took the first 5 plus 0.5. So you might as well just take the first 5 money line by a half a run. Y'all, the total was 7. I told y'all today it's the first day. He going under. It's the first day. Big under though, y'all. Big under. My Sharks know.
Rated young lineup the Nationals are providing this year. I'm going to go Washington in the first 5 innings, plus a half a run and on the money line.
Yeah, Philly versus Washington, big under.
Next up, we'll see the Boston Red Sox taking on the Texas Rangers. We got Garrett Crochet and Nathan Eovaldi on the mound. These are 2 teams that a lot of people are looking at. They missed the playoffs last year, but teams that a lot of people like to make the playoffs in 2025. I can't, disagree with that. I mean, the Rangers lineup had a really underwhelming season last year, but still a lot of talent in that lineup. The rotation's healthier. Hopefully Jacob deGrom can stay on the field for, hopefully the entire season. Hasn't been the case the last few years, but I think the Rangers are improved almost everywhere. The bullpen a little bit shaky still on paper, while the Red Sox, they made some big moves in the offseason, including this one in picking up an ace-level starter in Garrett Crochet. You add Alex Bregman in the lineup. This is a pretty solid Red Sox team. I like the Red Sox in this game at a basically coin flip, pick 'em price. Garrett Crochet was outstanding in spring training, racked up the strikeouts, limited sharp contact. He should pitch well, not just in this game, but overall this year. Nathan Eovaldi against his former team. I didn't really love what I saw from him in spring training. I think the Red Sox lineup provides a lot of trouble for him in this one. And I think the Red Sox also have the better bullpen in this game.
All right, y'all, here I go. Y'all ready? I'm going to spice it up. Red Sox to not lose by more than 2 runs. If you can find it, you could get it. You a shark. Red Sox not losing by more than 2 runs. He said a pitcher looking good in spring training. That means he fired up. He got his arm hot. He coming out, blazing, striking them out. The Red Sox might lose it, though, later on in the later innings. So they might lose the game, but they're not going to lose by more than 2 runs.
Trust them early and late. Give me the Red Sox in this one on the money line. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Miami Marlins. We're going to see Paul Skeens and Sandy Alcantara on the mound. The Marlins could very well be the worst team in baseball this year. They're going to be fighting with the White Sox, I think, for the weakest record in the league. But still doesn't mean, I can still see the Marlins winning 55 plus games, 55, 60 games. Provides a lot of trouble for him in this one. And I think the Red Sox also have the better bullpen in this game. So I trust them early and next up, we have the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Miami Marlins. We're going to see Paul Skeens and Sandy Alcantara on the mound. The Marlins could very well be the worst team in baseball this year. They're going to be fighting with the White Sox, I think, for the weakest record in the league. But still doesn't mean, I can still see the Marlins winning 55 plus games, 55, 60 games. And that's 50 to 60 opportunities to cash with the Marlins at plus money prices because they're not going to be favored in any games other than home games against maybe the White Sox, maybe the Angels at times. But this is a situation where, yes, Paul Skeens is going to be a Cy Young level starter in 2025. He had a great spring. He was the Rookie of the Year last year. And if he pitched the entire season, he very well could have won the Cy Young over Chris Sale. But it's also a situation where the Pittsburgh Pirates are rolling out what looks like the projected lineup: Endy Rodriguez, Nick Gonzalez, Key Brian Hayes, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa as your 6 through 9 hitters in the lineup. This is still not a great Pirates lineup. It's still not a bullpen that I love. So I wouldn't want to be laying minus 155 with the Pirates in this game when you're only going to get about 5-6 innings of Paul Skeens up against Sandy Alcantara, who pitched really well in spring training.
And that's what I was just about to say. Do not doubt the Marlins. That's exactly what I was about to say. The way he just broke it down just confirmed what I was thinking. You do not doubt the Marlins. This is the first game they want to make a statement. Oh, we beat Skeens. Oh, we beat them. Like, all right. Marlins. All right, I'm going to finish what he was about to say.
Sandy keeping the ball on the ground, not necessarily missing a lot of bats, but getting those ground balls.
Miami Marlins money line. I'm not taking Miami Marlins money line, but I'm just saying, Miami money line, no. But I'm just saying, y'all, my Sharks know. My Sharks know. You feel me? But Miami money line is crazy. But it's like the same situation like we just did Red Sox. You know what I'm saying? Just a little sprinkle. You feel me? And then, if you really know, you could come back with the ooh-wop. You feel me? First 5. Trying to tell y'all, man, we just cooked up yesterday. But Miami Marlins, you're not going to doubt the Marlins. No. So we're going to let the Marlins, because everybody going to take Pittsburgh. Oh, Skeens is Skeens. Everybody going to probably take him some over strikeouts. Player props probably going through right now as we speak. Skeens over strikeouts. So, Marlins, y'all hear what everybody's saying that y'all ass. Everybody's saying y'all trash, Marlins. Shit, I agree too. Y'all ain't shit. Niggas ass. Y'all ain't worth a damn. Y'all sold me so many goddamn times.
Outs, limiting the sharp contact. I think the Marlins are a live dog at a very solid price in this one. I'm going to take a shot here with the Miami Marlins on the money line. Next up, we have the Cincinnati Reds taking on the San Francisco Giants. We got Logan Webb and Hunter Green on the mound in this one. Now, this is an interesting game, and these are two interesting teams because I could see them finishing really anywhere in the standings by the end of the season. They're just so, there's a lot of question marks for these two teams. I think talent-wise, they have enough to make a run in both of their playoff races. I don't think San Francisco has much of a chance in the NL West division, but I could see the Giants winning enough games to make the playoffs as a wild card, and Cincinnati in a wide-open NL Central could very well win that division. But the question marks are there for both teams. You know, for Cincinnati, it's more with the pitching. The rotation, you know, Hunter Green, can he continue to be that #1 guy, be an ace-level stopper in the rotation? I'm not so sure. I do expect some regression this year for Hunter Green. Can Brady Singer, the newly acquired starter from Kansas City in that Jonathan India trade, be the #2 that the Reds need? And I'm not sure I love the fit at Great American Ballpark. So while I think the Reds lineup is going to win them a lot of games by themselves at a very hitter-friendly park, that pitching staff does concern me a little bit. We'll see if they make some moves at the deadline. But for San Francisco, I think this is a lineup that is pretty solid. I mean, you talk about in the NL West a lot about the Dodgers, and rightfully so, the Diamondbacks, even the Padres. But San Francisco's put together a pretty solid team. I think the rotation's okay on paper as well. A lot of veterans, Justin Verlander, Robbie Ray. We'll see if Jordan Hicks can continue to be, you know, the issue for him was the workload as a starter, his first full year as a starting pitcher. But Logan Webb's a really good #1. The lineup looks pretty strong. You add in Willie Adames. I think the Giants are going to win some games this year, and I like their chances in this one as well.
I like Cincinnati, but San Francisco is not a bad pick, but I like Cincinnati. Same thing, but it's just like I also feel like this game is going under. So if you want to take that under 2, I feel like that's a good pick too. The total was at 8 to take a big under.
I trust Logan Webb more as a starter on opening day than I do Hunter Green. I'm going to go with San Francisco on the money line, and I think San Francisco has put together a solid season. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Angels taking on the Chicago White Sox. This one's also going to be 4:10 Eastern. Yusei Kikuchi and Sean Burke are your starters. Now, the Angels of all teams are a big favorite on the road in this game, and we're going to see the White Sox as a big dog very often this season. I think they're going to be historically bad, just as they were last year. Just, you know, this is a rebuilding season for Chicago.
All right, y'all. If you don't know, the White Sox had the historically worst season of all time. They had the worst season of all time in baseball last year. They lost the most games. So, a lot of people are betting if they're going to be able to win. They're betting if they're going to win 20 games or 30 games. So, like, that's a crazy future bet going around if the White Sox is going to win 50 games or 30 games or something crazy because they don't win a lot of games. So, the Angels are probably going to beat them. I wouldn't say take Los Angeles Angels money line because you just don't know. Teams like the White Sox and like I just said, Marlins, like a lot of these teams, this is a statement win for them, and then they'll shit the bed the rest of the season. But they won opening game, they won opening day, they won in March, and it's just like, bro, it's so corny, but a team will do it. It will happen. It is possible. So you do not know. But what I would do for this game, I would definitely take the over because the Chicago White Sox are trying to win. The Angels are trying to win. Even if Chicago gets their ass whooped, it would be by a lot of points. You see what I'm saying? So that's why the total was 8. So you want to take a small over.
Chicago, the lineup's not great. The rotation's even worse. The bullpen is also one of the weakest in the league, if not the worst on paper. So I do expect the Angels to walk away with the win this one. The question is, do you want to lay -160 with the Angels right now? They are a team that's got a lot of question marks. You know, Mike Trout is healthy, ready to go for opening day. Hopefully he can stay on the field. Kikuchi pitched well in spring training. I think he's a good option in that rotation. The rest of the rotation, not my favorite. Don't love that bullpen either. But I think the Angels score enough in this game to cover the run line. Sean Burke, you know, not a great #1 option in my opinion. I do think the Angels get to him for add a few runs on the bullpen. I don't think it's going to be a great season for the Angels this year, but I think they'll take advantage of the matchup here with Chicago. So give me the Angels on the run line on the road. Next up, we have the Guardians and the Royals. Tanner Bybee and Cole Reagans are your starters. Now, the expectations for KC are pretty high, and it makes sense. I mean, this was a team that made it to the ALCS last year out of nowhere. They, missed the postseason the previous year with less than 70 wins. And, Bobby Witt Jr. is one of the best players in baseball. They have a great rotation on paper with a Cy Young finalist and Seth Lugo, Cole Reagans here, and Michael Wacha as well. But I do think that the Royals do take a little bit of a step back this season because, not necessarily because they're not a good team, but the Central is just a really competitive division on paper, in my opinion. The Guardians are going to be just as competitive as they usually are, with one of the best bullpens in baseball and a really well-managed, well-run franchise. The fact that the Twins are healthy right now, Royce Lewis is banged up, but the Twins on paper are still a very talented team. The rotation is strong, another great bullpen, solid lineup. They're going to win more games in 2024, in my opinion. And the Tigers, of course, with the second half surge last year, making it to the postseason out of nowhere. This is going to be a tough division. All these teams should be able to rack up the wins on the White Sox, but I think against each other, it's going to be a lot of splitting series. And this is a game where I just wouldn't want to be laying odds with KC when you got Tanner Bybee on the other side, who pitched really well in spring training. Cole Reagans was a little bit shaky in spring, and he's not been great against the Guardians recently. You look at the couple of starts last year. The Guardians are such a tough lineup because they work pitch counts, they limit strikeouts. That's not great news for a starter like Reagans, who really relies on those missed bats. And I think he's not going to be very efficient in this game. I don't expect him to go more than 4 or 5 innings. And then it's all Guardians for me in terms of the advantage, because they have one of the best bullpens in baseball.
That's all you had to say, Ron, because that's my team. That's my first money line. Cleveland Guardians money line. Get it done, Cleveland.
Ball. Certainly a better bullpen in this matchup. And while I like this Royals top half of the lineup with Bobby Witt, I think the bottom half is pretty weak, and I think the Guardians take advantage of it. At plus money, I got to take Cleveland this one on the money line. Next up, we have the New York Mets and the Houston Astros. Clay Holmes and Framber Valdez are your starters. Now, I'm not sure how long or how many innings the Mets give Clay Holmes as a starter this year, but he looked really strong in spring training. I mean, he pitched really well in the spring as a starter. I think he pitches well in this game, and for the first few months at the very least, for the Mets, and that may be all they need.
We're making a parlay right now. MLB opening day. Yes, I'm betting on opening day. I do not give a fuck. No, I don't care what you niggas think. You niggas is not sharks. New York Mets versus the Houston Astros. And the Trastros are actually the favorites. They got Soto though. Why did the underdog?
Because right now, Kodai Senga should be available towards the end of this first rotation, probably the 5th man in the rotation, but he has been a little bit injury prone in the last couple of years. Frankie Montas, of course, is going to be out for a little bit. Sean Manaea, same thing. So the Mets really need some top end starters, and Clay Holmes is the guy they're looking for now on opening day. I think Holmes pitches well in this game. I think towards the 100 inning mark, it gets a little bit murky for a guy like Holmes in his first full season as a starter. But I think the Mets win this game. I think Framber Valdez is a good option for Houston, of course. I mean, he's an ace-level starter in the league, but he did struggle a bit with the Mets last year. And in spring training, I wasn't overly impressed with Framber's work. Now, this is a situation where I'm actually pretty high on the Astros this year, and I'm actually pretty low on the Mets overall this season in terms of their season win total projection. I think the Astros, it takes them a little bit to get going this season, kind of similar to last year where they had a big losing record and then all of a sudden ended up winning the division. I could see the Astros struggling a bit with their new look lineup and some of the new players in the field. Of course, Jose Altuve struggling a bit in left field defensively. But for me, I'm just going to take a plus money on the Mets in this one. I think they're just a more opening day ready team than the Astros, and I like their chances to pick up the win in this one. Next up,
what's the total?
Struggling a bit with
the total is 8. Small over. Mets versus Astros. Wow. Can't fucking out.
Their new look lineup and some of the new players in the field. Of course, Jose Altuve. The Astros.
He liked them just to say That's how you gotta be as a sports bettor. You gotta be cutthroat.
Next up, we have the Atlanta.
You can't be a fan. See how you just said all of that about how Houston gonna have a good season, and you think they nice, and Jose, I told you this and all that shit. And then he just said, "Oh, well, I'm taking New York to win." That's how you gotta be as a sports bettor. You can't be in your feelings, a fanboy, trying to, oh, that's my team. That don't work in sports betting. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to be a shark, then you gotta, when they lose, you gotta lose. You know what I'm saying? But that's talk for another day. We trying to win every day. You feel what I'm saying? We ain't trying to get too emotionally attached. We just trying to win.
And the Braves taking on the San Diego Padres. This one is also 4:10 Eastern. This could be my least favorite game on the board betting wise. Certainly a great game entertainment wise, but for me, I think it's a coin flip. And if that's the case, I'm going to take the home team getting plus money on the money line. I think both of these starting pitching options are good. Both had solid spring trainings. Of course, Chris Sale's the reigning Cy Young winner. I don't think they'll be able to put together those types of numbers this year, but still be an ace level starter. Michael King, I think, is one of the more underrated starting pitchers in baseball. I think he has a good outing. I like both of these bullpens. I think they're similar in terms of strength. The lineups, I would give the slight advantage to Atlanta, but I still think San Diego is going to be competitive there. This should be a great game, a competitive series. Of course, a rematch from last year's postseason. I think
Hey, small over. Atlanta versus San Diego. Atlanta versus San Diego. Atlanta versus San Diego. Small over.
the Padres take this one in a close one. Give me San Diego on the money line. Next up, the Minnesota Twins and the St. Louis Cardinals. This one's the last 4 p.m. Eastern game. It's going to be Pablo Lopez and Sonny Gray. I've mentioned a few times on the morning shows, on my video, the futures video, I like the Twins this year. This is a team, and if they stay healthy, and that is a big if, they've got a lot of guys that like Byron Buxton, Royce Lewis, Carlos Correa, that have been injured, what seems like every season the last few years. But if they can stay relatively healthy, this is a really, really talented Twins team. I think the sky's the limit for Minnesota. Great rotation, one of the best 1-2-3 punches out of all the starting pitching rotations in baseball. Excellent bullpen. I mean, almost every starter upper 90s with their fastball. Duran, a little bit of a down year, last couple of years, still a great closing pitching option for Minnesota. I think the Twins win a lot of games this year. I think they go over their win total. I think they win the AL Central. And I like them to start the season with a win in this one as well. Sonny Gray really struggled in spring training, got crushed in spring. Pablo Lopez, his numbers weren't the best on paper, but the thing for me, he limited the sharp contact. Only 2 home runs given up in all of spring training. That's really important for Lopez. He also was able to miss some bats, earn those strikeouts. And I think the Twins have the advantage with the lineup, the starter, and the bullpen. At a pick-em price, I'm going to take Minnesota on the money line. Next up, the Detroit Tigers taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Tarek Skubal and Blake Snell are your starters. Now, I think the Dodgers run away with the NL West this season. I mentioned that with the season video, the win total video. This is just Dodgers team, and obviously they're already 2-0, but they just have so much talent. I mean, you take the World Series champion that pretty much ran away with the World Series. I mean, they were dominant.
Yeah, I just turned the TV off, y'all. Turn the TV off. Turn it. Oh no, I really turned it off. What the fuck I just do? Let me go back to the video, y'all. I'm tripping, y'all. Tripping. What these people talk about, man? I got Josh Song.
Man, I think the best thing about like YouTube and the best thing about how I am now is like people get to see like this part of my life I've been waiting on for a long time, and people get to see what I'm like when I'm happy and when I'm like full of life.
Word, man, it's the tube streets, man. two streets, y'all. It's the two streets, man.
Next up, the Detroit Tigers take.
This Twins
From last year's
Cardinals
post,
game, I don't
I
know,
think-
y'all. I don't know. And when he was just talking about it, I just fell asleep a little bit. Let's see.
Next up, the Minnesota Twins and the St. Louis Cardinals. This one's the last 4 p.m. Eastern game. It's going to be Pablo Lopez and Sonny Gray. I've mentioned a few times on the morning shows, on my video, the futures video, I like the Twins this year. This is a team, and if they stay healthy, and that is a big if, they've got a lot of guys that like Byron Buxton, Royce Lewis, Carlos Correa, that have been injured, what seems like every season the last few years. But if they can stay relatively healthy, this is a really, really talented Twins team. I think the sky's the limit for Minnesota. Great rotation, one of the best 1-2-3 punches out of all the starting pitching rotations in baseball. Excellent bullpen. I mean, almost every starter upper 90s with their fastball. Duran, a little bit of a down year, last couple of years, still a great closing pitching option for Minnesota. I think the Twins win a lot of games this year. I think they go over their win total. I think they win the AL Central. And I like them to start the season with a win in this one as well. Sonny Gray really struggled in spring training, got crushed in spring. Pablo Lopez, his numbers weren't the best on paper, but the thing for me,
I want the Twins money line. That's what I want. Definitely will be looking at the Twins money line. And then we're going to talk about Detroit versus the world champs.
Los Angeles Dodgers, Tarek Skubal and Blake Snell are your starters. Now, I think the Dodgers run away with the NL West this season. I mentioned that with the season video, the win total video. This is just Dodgers team, and obviously they're already 2-0, but they just have so much talent. I mean, you take the World Series champion that pretty much ran away with the World Series. I mean, they were dominant in the postseason, almost a sweep in the World Series over a very good Yankees team. You take that same team, you add a couple of ace-level starters in Roki Sasaki and Blake Snell, and then you add a couple of depth pieces like Michael Conforto on the bench and Kirby Yates in the bullpen. I mean, I just don't see how the Dodgers don't just absolutely run away with this division, win 100+ games, and are basically in the World Series yet again in 2025. But with that being said, we do fade Blake Snell early season here on the rundown. We've done that, since we started the rundown in 2022. Blake Snell early season, just no bueno. He is a slow starter. He last year mentioned that not having spring training really affected his game early on. I definitely agree with that, but he only had 2 spring training outings this season. He only pitched twice in spring training, and his last outing was not a great one in spring. So I think he is a slow starter yet again. I think the Dodgers are a little bit overpriced because they're at home with Blake Snell on the mound. They're already 2-0. I think Tarek Skubal, not much needs.
Listen, Dodgers -175. He said he's taking the Tigers first 5. Listen. The Dodgers aren't losing this game by more than 3. I don't care if it's costing a lot. I don't care. Take that line. They're not losing this game by more than three runs. 3.5 runs. We're going to end it on that. We're going to go over here to NBA. See what NBA talking about for today. What that NBA slate looking like for today. Let's watch Jay. session, free picks, dogs. Jay's NBA Jam session.
What's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here continuing. To cook up this NBA action, man, y'all know we do it on the Jam session. We cook up every single game, every single day, man. Money making Thursday off a really good night. Last night was a really good night for us in the office. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. I went 2-0 official on the premium side. I had the Washington Wizards outright money line. Just play the spot. Just play the situation. Philadelphia doesn't deserve to be favored over anybody. So getting plus money, fading them, the worst ATS team in the NBA, sign me up. And then our play of the day yesterday was the Denver Chicken Nuggets. Bounce back game at home that also happened to be a revenge game. The line went up. I didn't care. We still played it. The Nuggets go stupid, dummy, crazy at home, at the crib. Really good spot for them yesterday. They cashed us out. So let's keep the momentum rolling forward, ladies and gentlemen. Off a good night. Let's keep the momentum rolling forward. Solid card tonight. I'm going to break down and let you guys know my thoughts on every single game. I appreciate each and every one of you that continue to tune in and watch this video. All I ask is that you smash that like button for me. You subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as I always say, man, if you're rocking with me, rock with me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter all day long. There's a link for both in the description below. And of course, I have premium plays over at the site. We've cashed 3 in a row now on that NBA play today. Looking for our 4th straight tonight. $25, you can scoop that up. We got college hoops tonight. The NCAA tournament returns. And Major League Baseball starts today. I have a Major League Baseball play on the daily for $19. And I started a new video series in Major League Baseball as well. Make sure you guys check that out after this video. Appreciate y'all, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's hop right into tonight's NBA action. First game on the board. Got the Cleveland Cavaliers laying 14.5 points on the San Antonio Spurs. Total 238.5. Cleveland recently has kind of gone through the motions in a couple spots. We've also seen them dominate teams in a couple spots. Coming off a really good ATS win over Portland on the road. They kicked the living crap out of Utah on the road. They're coming off an extended road trip. They just played, 5-6 games straight out on the road. They had lost, 3 straight games. Clippers, Sacramento, Phoenix. Return back home in this one. On the other side, the San Antonio Spurs, they've won 3 of their last 5 games. They just got taken behind the woodshed in their last one by the Detroit Pistons. This is a game I don't want to overcomplicate. I think both teams are back to who we know them to be. Cleveland, one of the best in the NBA overall. Cleveland right now, the number 2 ATS team in all of the NBA, right behind the Oklahoma City Thunder Buddies. San Antonio, majority of the season, they've been a non-trustworthy ATS team. No Fox, no Wemby, no Pop, no Spurs. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I think Cleveland.
It's going to be a good game. Jay, he just started saying stuff like commercial stuff. You know what I'm saying? But the Spurs got some dudes that we never heard of before, and we cannot pronounce their name, and they will get a bucket. So, for tonight, for Spurs versus the Cavs, y'all take a low over.
Takes them behind the woodshed. We trust Cleveland at the crib. I don't love that this is their first home game back off the extended road trip, but in that same breath, there was a team that I was to trust in a spot like this. I think Cleveland is better in every spot, situation, scenario. I'll lay it here in our first game of the day with the Cleveland Cavs. We keep it rolling. We got the team from Dallas out on the road facing the Orlando Magic. Magic laying 6.5 in this one. Magic covered in that last game over the Charlotte Hornets, and that was the game we took this team off the D&B. Shout out to Magic, finally off of the do not bet list. It was a long journey for this team, man. It's been an up and down season for our Magic, if you remember.
Magic versus the Mavs. Magic versus the Mavs. Give me the high under. High under. Hello, motherfucker.
Lakers last night until Braun
James is the GOAT.
The GOAT. Bron, the GOAT, man, there at the end. Got it done for the Los Angeles Lakers. Ended Indiana's winning streak they had going on. There's a lot of lumber to lay on the road with Indiana. Again, we did cash yesterday with Washington as they played the Philadelphia 76ers. So both teams are on the back end of a back-to-back with travel. I think Indiana's head and shoulders a better basketball team. I think Washington got their win yesterday. I will say Washington is playing some of their best basketball of the season, but in that same breath, I think Indiana probably comes in and kicks the crap out of them. Keep an eye on the injury report in this game. It wouldn't shock me if either team sat some guys as the day progresses. Again, on the second leg of a back-to-back with travel. Even still, though, I think Indiana handles business in this one. A lot of lumber to lay, but it's a big number for a reason. I'll lay it here with the Pacers. We keep it rolling. We got the Atlanta Hawks out on the road facing the Miami Heat. Heat 1.5-point home favorites in this one. Heat coming off the win against the Golden State Warriors. I was kind of shocked to see not only did they win the game, but how dominant they won the game. They shut down Jimmy Butler. I thought Jimmy Butler was going to come in there and have the dominant Jimmy Butler revenge game. After doing all of that to get out of Miami, I thought we would have seen him had a dominant game in that last one against the Heat.
Because Jimmy Butler is fucking trash. Got fucking weave in his fucking head. He's ass. He can't shoot. He's not a splash, bro.
It didn't happen. The Heat have been cold post All-Star break, but they are coming off back-to-back wins. Beat up on Charlotte, beat up on Golden State. This is going to be their 5th straight home game. So they're comfortable at home and shooting the same gym, same rim. When we look at how these two teams have matched up this season, the Hawks won the first 2 meetings, 121-10 in Atlanta, 98-86.
Man, they saying the Hawks the underdogs. What have the Heat done? The Heat got everybody scared and terrified. Listen, the Hawks not losing by more than 9.5. You gonna give me them points? I'm gonna take them, dog. And the Hawks, what is they tied for ATS? Man, they ain't losing by more than 9.5.
In Atlanta, Miami won the most recent meeting, 131-109 in Miami. That game was on the 26th of February. I'm going to keep it rolling here with Miami. I'm going to keep it rolling.
You keep that Miami shit over there. The Hawks ain't losing by more than 9.5.
I think the line here tells you everything you need to know.
We got Grizzlies versus the Thunder.
The Thunder right now are in that mode. Right now, the Thunder are the best ATS team in the NBA.
The line is Thunder, of course, winning by 10.
You know, they're our favorite money-making team for a reason. We didn't start this.
All right, Grizzlies versus Thunder. Right? The Thunder are going to win this game. Okay? But there will be a lot of scoring in this game. I like the first half over. For both teams. The first half over.
This season, we didn't start this last season. They've been our favorite money-making team for multiple seasons now. If you're an OG here, you know. Say it with me. Thunder Buddies for life. Let's not overcomplicate this. Memphis, for majority of the season, was the number 2 ATS team behind Cleveland. I would say right before the All-Star break, I don't know what it was, but especially after the Grizzlies, from an ATS perspective, have been free falling. And I don't want nothing to do with it. I want to say Memphis is like 3-18 in their last 21 ATS. I probably need to go verify that, but I think it's that bad. Off the top of my head, I believe it's that bad. And that's terrible going up against a team that locks you up like Oklahoma City does, and a team near and dear to our heart like Oklahoma City is. So
this is a long shot pick. But if the total is 238.5, you got to understand, the Thunder are probably going to have a crazy first quarter. You could even possibly take Thunder first quarter. Ooh. Because They just they on a roll right now. If you win their way, better get out their motherfucking way. Because the Thunder is here. They 60-12. ATS Kellers. You might even want to take Thunder spreads. First half, first quarter. But me, I like the first half over because the Grizzlies might show up because they're playing the Thunder. The Thunder, usually their line starting out do not be under 10.5. So for them to have a 9.5, that kind of means something too. That means that they might be putting up a fight. So give me the over first half. Total.
They're the best team in the NBA record-wise. They're the best ATS team in the NBA. Let's not overcomplicate this, man. Unless we have a clear and concise reason to fade Oklahoma City, we're not interested in doing so. And we don't even like betting Memphis on the road anyway. We like betting Memphis more so at home. All the pieces come together and say the Thunder probably take the Grizzlies behind the woodshed in this one. 11 points with confidence on the Oklahoma City Thunder Blaze. We got the Houston Rockets out on the road facing the Utah Jazz. Total 228 in this one. Houston, we have a problem. The problem is, I think the Rockets kicked the crap out of the Jazz. I'm going to lay it here with Houston. Jazz in the Cooper Flag sweep.
Not at all. The Rockets going to win. The Rockets are going to win by 12.5. Like, this is the type of stuff that you have to, like, sit here and, like, ponder on sometimes. Because the Jazz will just lose by 12 points. Exactly. It's like, oh, the Rockets won, but you had 12.5. You really had 13. You really needed 13. You really needed an odd number. But the Jazz really just lost by 12. So you lost, right? But the total is 238.5. How many points are the Rockets going to score? I haven't seen the Rockets score that many points in a long time. Blowout. But the Raptors can kind of score. The Raptors can get up and down the floor. But if the Rockets going to beat them, it's going to be defensively. So you could take a high under. And they got it set up like that for the Sharks.
Mistakes. I still believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. This team is outright tanking. They have been competitive in certain games, certain spots, certain situations. That hasn't been recently, though. 4 of their last 5, they've been absolutely taken behind the woodshed, and I think the same thing happens tonight. Memphis beat them up 140-103. Cleveland beat them up 120-91. Boston blew them out 121-99. Chicago aired them out 111-97. Their only win came against the other team that's tanking low-key in the Washington Wizards. So Houston, we've seen them dominate from an ATS perspective on the road plenty of times this season. I think there's no need to overcomplicate.
It's crazy because these teams that's tanking, they score points. Because they're not playing any defense. The Rockets are going to play defense. But the total is going to be... They might score the lowest points they scored all season. Oh, you heard it here first. Like, this is the type of thing that I'm saying. So it's like 238.5? High under. They giving us a good leash. Because it's like 238.5. Okay. They giving us a good leash. So, yeah. Lakers versus Bulls. We made it out alive, Lakers, yesterday. But LeBron with the game winner.
Points in this one. Lakers got a great win last night, but on the second leg of a back-to-back week travel heading to Chicago, fading their ass. We had Chicago as our play of the day a couple nights ago against the Lakers. We're going to do it again. I really love how Chicago is playing, and I don't think enough people.
237.5. Trying to tell you. 237.5. This another one. This right here, I'm going to definitely say take a small over. Lakers versus Bulls. Small over.
Will have their eyes on Chicago, and that I love that, honestly. Chicago, I love their grit, competitiveness, and their scrappiness post All-Star break, man. This team is playing as hard as anybody. They're playing really right now just as well as anybody. Kind of crazy to say about Chicago, but that's really how well they're playing. And I think this is just a bad matchup for the Lakers overall, really. And I think a lot of people just overlooking Chicago. This line is as low as it is for a reason. I think Chicago shows up in a big way. I know they haven't been great. The numbers haven't been great for Chicago this season at home overall. But if you start to look at Chicago through the last month, through the last 2 weeks lens, you start to see why I be yapping about them here of recent. I'm going to stick with them. We're going to ride this Chicago Bulls train until they cool off, even if it means we have to fade my favorite team, the Los Angeles Lakers. Give me the points in my back pocket here with your Chicago Bulls. Last and final game of the night, we got the Portland Trail Blazers out on the road facing the Sacktown Kings. Kings laying 5.5 in this one. I think the Blazers win this game outright. I'm not laying 5.5 with Sacramento. Sacramento is still one of the worst.
I want to see what the Blazers could do first half. Give me that Blazers plus money. Blazers just go play basketball. They said y'all last. They always gonna say y'all last. Just get a bucket. Shading plan, get a bucket.
ATS teams in the NBA. Portland, one of the best.
And that's it, man. I'm done. I'm done with that, y'all. We just had to go find some picks. I'm not gonna go through NCAA right now. It's NCAA is NCAA. I might go straight with some NCAA, so I'm not gonna put that on here. You know what I'm saying? They saying the Mo 3 case going on. The Mo 3 case. What's going on in the Mo 3 case, y'all?
Pay $75,000.
And he back on.
See, they want him to get out. See, that's how you know they want him to get out. They want him to get out. They know the rapper don't got.
This is Gangsta Cap on YouTube. This is Gangsta Cap.
Start making phone calls. He's going to start contacting people. He's going to start talking. There's no way in the world that he could get out and be quiet. It's impossible.
He just cooked up the
You understand what I'm telling you? It's impossible. Niggas got to get out.
Hit the replay.
God forbid, but what if they kill him? Where we go from here?
So look, that's why I said he better stay away from niggas.
Does pre-trial usually happen this fast though? Like all this should happen that quick like that?
Yes, when you this is the pre-trial hearing for bail, like the bail hearing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bail hearing. But in the bail hearing, you have to actually tell them all the evidence.
Man, Yellow Beezy, they saying you cook, man. They saying you cook, Beezy? What's Yellow Beezy song? I done forgot already. What's Yellow Beezy song?
Oh, well, we just.
That's on me, baby. Yeah, this on me, baby. Got all this on. You should just kept rapping, man. It's cool to be yourself, man. Don't be in a situation to where you gonna wish that you could go back to how you could have been, how it could have been. Just live your life, man. Get away from the bullshit. And if you don't, you're gonna regret it. I'm telling you. Stay away from bullshit out here. These people out here bullshitting, man. Sweet 16 picks, man. I'm not falling for a trap, man. I'm staying the course, doing my you know what I'm saying, my methods. I'm going straight with NCAA today, and I suggest everybody to go straight with NCAA today because it's such an unpredictable day and such an unpredictable game right now in the tournament, and that's like that's throwing a needle in the haystack, man. Trying to parlay some NCAA Sweet 16 games today, man. We don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So go straight with those. And with that, I'm out, man. Y'all get the replay, man. Y'all go to my live streaming and get the replay. I appreciate y'all. Salute to y'all, man.